Hello there, welcome to my English speaking challenge where I practice speaking English every day. So, without further ado, let's dive right into our today's topic, which is work and jobs. It's a good introduction. So, the first question says, what's your favorite or what do you want to be in the future? Oh, it's a tricky question. What's your favorite job? Actually, now I was in the back a year ago. I wanted to be a software engineer, and also I wanted to be um, an ER SRE engineer. But now, what I wanna be is a, not. I wanna be an investor. But if I had to pick a job, I would say that I wanna be. I don't have a specific job, but let's say that I want to be a software engineer, but I don't want to be a software engineer. But if I had to pick a job, this is what it is. So the next question says, where do you work or study? Recently, I've just graduated from high school and I'm preparing for my higher education. I want to get a scholarship to study computer science abroad, and I work at a small opera, not company, not company. It's smaller than a company. Okay, let's say I work at a small company. So, wish me luck. So, the third question says, do you like your job? Why or why not? Actually, now I like my job. I really like it, and I come in early 2 hours ahead, and this is because when at office it's it's quiet, and I can't concentrate on my tasks, and also I spend a lot of time when I finish my work. I spend a lot of time studying and improving my English skills. So I like it. I love it. Okay, let's move on to the fourth question, which is says, what time do you usually start and finish work? I usually come in early, as I mentioned, but my official work hours starts from 2 p.m. till 9 p.m. Yeah, it's 8 hours. Yeah, 8 hours, but usually I came in early and I leave early. So that's it. It's a win-win situation. So now today I think I'm doing great, because I'm fully prepared and I learned new words and vocabulary about this topic, and I'm familiar with it. So I'm familiar with jobs and all of those boring things. So without wasting our time, let's move on to the next question, which is says, okay, who do you work with? I work with an investor. He's kind of investor. My boss, he's an investor, and also it's it's kind of a mentor. He is a mentor for me, and I work for him. And sometimes I would say that I consider him as a mentor. So that's I work with an investor. So let's move on to the intermediate level questions. Today I'm gonna answer all of them. I'm gonna answer them all of them. So the sixth question says, Keep in mind. The question says, what made you choose your profession or field of study? I'm not gonna let's answer about the field. I found myself that I find myself that I'm really into technology, especially computers. I would say computer science, and this is because we are in the digital age. So this technology allows us to come up with new solutions and to make people lives easier and more livable. And one thing more, I wanna combine several or two, at least two different fields. I wanna combine them and come up with new solutions for communities and for people who need them. So the most uh, field that I'm interested in is technology in general, and the second one is and economics and finances comes second. So I need to look up this phrase. Okay, let's move on to the next question, which says, what what do you think are the most important skills for your job? My job, the most important thing is to be familiar with technology, to be more specific, to know how to use the computer, and also to be able to learn new things quickly. When I started, I didn't know anything about my job. I just started. My boss told me to do something, I did it. I didn't know how to start, from where to start. No. I just when I started this job, I was really skilled at. I would say that I'm familiar, or I know how to deal with computers, also the internet, and also one thing more, the skills you need in this particular job is also, I think, uh, how to the ability to deal with stress. It's really stressful, especially in the Hajj season. I was in the Hajj season. I was a work, how to say it, a workaholic. Yeah, I was married to to work. Even I stayed at work for a week, and I did well, and I learned a lot. So I would say this is the most two required skills for this particular job. So let's move on to the next question. I forgot what it was. I think yeah, the eighth question. It says, have you ever had a job interview? How was it? Yeah, I have one job interview, which is this job. I came to the boss, the manager. I just told him I didn't know anything about this. But if you give me a task, I know how to do it. Don't ask me how, but I know I will do it. And I also told him that you'll see the unseeable, or I don't know how to say it, but I told him that I'm a creative, or I think this is how I can say it. I'm a creative person, and I can come up with new solutions, and also I can help you automate your job. Yeah, he's and he said, okay, we'll see. And I've started, and I did well, and I did perfectly well. He was amazed, and it went according to plan. So the next question is, what kind of job would you like to have in the future? I don't want to have a job, I told you. But let's say that at the end, I want to be an investor, and also I want to do things to help people, and help communities, those who in need. But if I had to pick, to choose, I would say that a realtor, a real estate, uh, any job uh, that interact interacts with real estate on those things, and also any job that interact with technologies like SRE engineer, and also software engineer, or I also want to be not a hacker. I want to be, to make it polite. I want to be also, or I'm interested into cyber security, and I've already started this. From time to time, I learn new things about security and all those things, and also I learned something. Now I feel it's hilarious. It's unimaginable. But what I learned how to know information about the suspect, uh, just from a picture. I don't know how to say it, but that's it. I know where where his location and all of those things from just a picture. I know it's not that important thing to say, but for me it's great. We don't have enough time to continue because YouTube doesn't allow me to upload videos more than 15 minutes, so it's it's not good. So the next question says, uh, how do you balance work or study with your personal life? One of the interesting things that I want to share with you is that I feel that I'm a multitasker, which means I can do a lot of things at the same time. Not at the same time particularly, but I can handle them for each. For example, I'm studying English, learning English, programming, economics, cybersecurity at the same time, which means in parallel, consistent, continuous, in parallel. You got me. So I have to end the video. So I finished all the questions. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Actually, I did well in this video. See you.